Folks, how are you? Welcome to the Woods Miller channel. So we're at our job today. We'll take a look here. So pretty simple job here today. So we got our client's house just back here. We got septic right here. So we've got four kind of older trembling aspen here that he wants to get down. They're getting older. They're deteriorating. There's conks on them. You know, there's dead branches. There's signs of rot, and they're getting up there in age. So he doesn't want them failing and falling onto the septic. None of these. That one there maybe would reach the house. Not quite. So it's not really a threat that way. He's more concerned. You know, he just doesn't want anything hitting his septic and doing any damage on there. So like I said, a pretty simple job here. We're basically he's gonna salvage whatever wood he can out of this for either firewood. And he has a small sawmill. If there's anything decent left on it, he's gonna try to cut that up. So the plan is that one there. It's already leaning to easy cut. Just we're dropping it right there. This one here, again, we're shooting that right over here. And then these last two here, this one here, and then the one back over here. These two are just gonna drop sort of along the back of the septic here. So, like I was saying, pretty simple job. This isn't going to take too long, and I'm just cutting them down. He's gonna cut them up and clean them up and chip the branches and do all that fun stuff. So I just gotta chop down. So nice easy job here. They're calling for gusting wind, so I'm hoping I should be able to get these down before that picks up. Right now we've just got a pretty light wind here. That doesn't look like it's any factor. Shouldn't have any factor on falling. So anyway, let's get started here. All right, there's tree number one. Okay, so on to tree number two. A little breezy up there, but not too bad. Nothing really concerning so far. So we'll keep moving forward here. So here's tree number two. Her canopy is all out on that side, basically where we don't want the tree going. So other than that, though, she's standing up pretty straight. There's quite a bit of decay going up through it. It's kind of hard to see on camera here, but so we'll just clear out our workspace here. And this one, we're gonna have to wedge this one because it is kind of, the weight is sort of back and out over there, and we want to get this one headed in the direction where this last one was here. So we're gonna get this one down somewhere down in about there. Well, there's tree number 2. Right out lane with the other one there, so you can see how much rot was in this tree. So it's like nice loamy garden soil. So I left a pretty thick hinge on that because when I started cutting in, you could see how much rot was in the middle there. So, and I knew I had to wedge this, so so I left her a little thicker for sure, right? I didn't want her falling off towards septic over here, right? So, all right, so there's number 2. Number 3 is back in behind that one there. Yeah, kind of hard to see, so a little bit of clearing to do, and then that one's gonna come kind of straight back through here. Okay, so there's tree number 3. It's already leaning where we want it going, which is just down the line here. We got septic here, so just kind of down the back here. I cut this one little balsam in front of it because it's just gonna bulldoze it. So that one's already teed up, so it's gonna get knocked over. There's a few more balsams down in there that they're gonna get tagged. I'm just gonna leave them and see what makes it, and anything that's, you know, gets damaged, I'll just snip them. They're small little things, so no big deal. So anyway, let's get this one here. Okay, so that's tree 3 there. So it was hung up in some trees that I left down there, which I was anticipating was going to happen. But in doing so, you know, I salvaged a few of the trees, leaving them there. It was hung up, so I didn't want to leave it like that for him, even though he said just cut and drop everything, it doesn't matter. But, you know, he's a homeowner, and, you know, I don't want to put him in a dangerous situation of having to try to cut that out of a hang up. So, you know, what took me 10 minutes to go do, you know, I'm going to do that. I don't want to leave that for him to do and possibly get injured, right? So that one's done up here. So we got one more tree. So here's tree number 4 here. So this tree is pretty straight up and down. So generally a pretty easy, straightforward tree. The only problem is the wind, the gusting wind has picked up here in the last 10 minutes. So it's kind of throwing a wrench into this one. I'm still not decided. I might shoot a rope onto it just in case. I don't want to be in my cut and then have a big gust of wind come up, swirl around, and, you know, potentially break you out of your hinge, right? So you know, sometimes you can kind of like, almost like watching waves in the ocean, sort of reading waves, reading gusts. Sometimes you can kind of guess after you've had maybe a few there and then you get this calm spot. You can kind of just go for it. I might do that. I might just put the face in, and after kind of the last gust, start in on the back cut, get a couple wedges there, and just get her over. So we'll see. It'll be I'm gonna have to decide here quick. So there's number 4. So we cut her, didn't have to rope it. Got a nice little break in the breeze there. So, and yeah, it's just tapping wedges. I could have cleared more space here for sure. It made things a little easier. I was had my camera like right tight, and I was having to do little taps like that. Not necessarily ideal. When you're wedging, you want space. So anyway, we'll hope you enjoy the vid. Check it next.